Hi everyone, Mo here, and welcome to my vlog for the week of March 14th. Yes, I can't keep track of dates anymore. I don't know why. Growing old, I suppose. Before I begin, I want to mention about the sketchbook revival event. It's an online event, it's absolutely free, where a group of artists who have regular daily sketchbook practices come together and show you various ways of how they fill their sketchbooks, their ideas. And this event is organized by Karen Abend, and I'm going to leave the link below in my description so you can sign up. Like I said, there's absolutely no cost. It's a group of like-minded artists coming together and showing you various ways to inspire you to create a daily sketchbook, because no matter how good or bad you think you are at your creativity, we can all benefit from regular practice. And I am a keeper of sketchbooks, and these are store-bought sketchbooks, but I also make my own all the time. But this year, for the sake of simplicity, I am sticking to, like, they are also easier to store, that I find. Like when I have various kinds of handmade, homemade sketchbooks, art journals, they have their own charm, undoubtedly. However, storing them gets a bit tricky. So this kind of, like, working on the same size and shape, I'm just giving it a try this year. So maybe in 2023 I'll change my mind and go do something else. However, this year this is how it's going. So I am also part of the sketchbook revival, and I don't want to give too much away, but I'm just flipping through the sketchbook really quickly to pique your interest, and hoping that you will click through the link and find out more information. Like I said, there is no cost involved to anybody. You just come if you like and sign up and be inspired, get ideas. And you might have had kept sketchbooks for a while, and then it got sidetracked, like it happens to all of us, and maybe it will inspire you to get back to it. So yeah, here's the one that I showed in that workshop, and we will do something together. I will explain what exactly I'm doing. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away. And these are just my personal sketchbooks for various reasons and occasions that I will probably share here at some point or another. And yeah, this was for another class, which again is coming up in September. And I'll talk about that more later. This was my January sketchbook, which I did the flip through here on my YouTube channel. And here's my first notebook sketchbook for the 100-day project, and I'm doing hand lettering. I shared what I'm doing. There's another video of that. I think I'm going to leave a lot of links in my description box this time, so if you wish to check it out, you can. And speaking of creativity, I am on day 36 as of today, Sunday, March 28th, 2022. My God, I'm forgetting all dates for whatever reason. And I'm on day 36 of that. I posted on my Instagram reel this morning's lettering. What I'm finding, aside from hopefully improving my hand lettering a little bit over the practice of the 100 days, what I'm noticing is it definitely is wonderful, sets the tone of my day. When I start my day with words that are beautiful and empowering and food for thought. It also, the moment I wake up, I don't know what your experience is, but I am like, okay, this my to-do list is the first of my concerns. But because I'm setting aside 5 minutes to do the hand lettering, I am noticing that at least for those 5 minutes, my mind is not running in all different directions. And because if I'm thinking of something else, I am definitely going to make a mistake in writing the code. So that's something I have to be really careful about. And yet I didn't expect that to be an added awareness aspect, but I am experiencing it, so I wanted to share that. And this way, I have such a beautiful surprise. Like, I told my friend about milk glass items. I gave her my house key, and she put it in there and bought me this. And I mentioned to her like that I really like this, not necessarily specifically this kind, but almost all designs. Very simple designs are my bigger favorites. But this is so beautiful. She found this in a thrift store and she bought it for me. And she gave it to me as a gift. And I'm like, whoa, this is thoughtful. Like, as it's not an expensive, thoughtless gift like sometimes we all do in a rush. But this is something she took the time to look through, found something that I like, and bought it for me and gave it to me. I'm so grateful. I'm very impressed. It's a beautiful piece and there is no damage whatsoever. So, when you are thrifting, sometimes I buy pieces that are beautiful, that speak to me, and even if there are little imperfections, little, tiny chips and breakage here and there, I handle them very carefully. So it's delightful to find something that is still in very perfect condition. And I'm so very, very happy to have this. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but for now it holds my house key, which I had given to her. So apart from that, this is something I want. This is not my creation, but my youngest daughter asked me to clean up a soup can, and then she put these rubber bands around with the idea that this is a musical instrument. And I'm impressed. Obviously, I'm the mom, so I am easily impressed. But I thought, it's fun thing when you see your children do creative things. It just makes you happy. And maybe they are not going to keep doing it as they grow up. But for now, this is happening. This is in the present moment, and I'm enjoying that because this moment is not going to come back. And to make the most of it is the best we can do. And these are like little clothespin caterpillars we made together. This one's mine and this one is hers, and she calls this like our twin caterpillars. It's just the simplicity of the idea, and it's so colorful, cheerful, and we had a good time creating this. Didn't took less than 5 minutes to organize the stuff and get it done. But yeah, it just, when I look at it, it puts a smile on my face. And this week, what else did we do? We did, I'm just cleaning up. When my son was young, I used to step on Legos all the time and go ouch, ouch, ouch and all that. And these days, little girls, they play with these all kinds of weird little toys, These are called Hatchimals. They have other things called Shopkins. And now she's into another thing called LOL dolls. And they are so weird, so tiny. Like when I was little, I recall I loved miniature things also. But for comfort and stuff, there were bigger dolls, but nowadays it's very different. These things actually come out of little eggs, and you have to actually break the egg to get them out. So every time it's a surprise as to what you're going to get. And they come in this little egg carton where it's like a dozen eggs, and out of those dozen eggs come out at least 12 of these, or sometimes there are special ones like twins, and then you have more, and it's a delight. So it's just, participating in something that is not necessarily my own interest or creative in any way, but to participate in that delight of hatch the egg. And my youngest is very good at sharing, so she would tell me, "Mommy, do you want to hatch one?" And I'm like, "Okay, do I want to hatch one? I think you should hatch one, hatch all of them." And she's like, no, let's hatch them together. And seeing those things, participating together, seeing that she's learning those sharing skills, and that she's learning to care and consider what other people's needs might be, it's really fills my heart with a lot of gratitude, is all I can say. And that doesn't mean that she's a perfect child and that she's always sharing. Like yesterday I posted on my Instagram reel, like we were going to watch some movies. It was part of our plan for the weekend, and she picked out these movies. I have this old DVD player, which probably is now antique, as we joke about. And we got these movies, and we really enjoyed watching them together. Before we could start watching the movie, we had a list of things. We want cupcakes, popcorns, and hot cocoa. So while I was preparing that and I was cleaning the space, she was just sitting there and doing nothing. She's just, relaxing. So I asked her, "Hey, why are you sitting there by yourself and not helping me?" She said, "Oh, I'm warming up the seats." Yeah, those kind of things are interesting to run into and a bit frustrating as well. However, no one is perfect, but most of the time she is considerate. She takes into account what the other person's needs are, which is not really that bad for a 7-year-old. And again, doting mom, easily impressed. But yes, that was a big part of my week, just enjoying the children and enjoying. We had good weather, so we went on brief walks. When you get those good days, sunny, warmer days, it's like you want to be outside. Everybody wants to be outside. So yeah, we had a good week weather-wise. But yes, lots of tax season coming up, lots of paperwork to deal with. We all have all of those things. It's not, and then there's laundry and laundry to fold and laundry to wash and dishes. Those are always going to be there. It's like I take it now as a sign of being alive, that I am alive, I have needs, so I have to supply those needs, kind of thing. They used to frustrate me before. I have to do this, I have to do that. I'm just changing my perspective. Nothing has changed. Responsibilities have only increased. But my perspective is changing, which makes life feel a little easier. I think that is always, I take it as a sign of growth. And what else? What else do I want to share this week? Yes, I'm working on those paintings. Let me bring one up here that, this is for the May show, and it's not complete because I can't tell if it is complete or not, but this is based on a little bit experience and a little bit fantasy. Like I see all of these seed pods and stuff. Like I live in a fairly green area where there are all kinds of different trees, and so I see those seed pods and I draw them, I study them. Then somehow they start to morph with my imagination, my fantasy, and they become something a little more personal. Let's put it that way. And then they find their way into my paintings. So, and as there is the May show that I keep talking about, I am very excited about it. But yes, it's a lot of work. This week on my painting desk, I have several canvases in preparation. Like they're all blue, like they belong together, but they're not all exactly the same. All works in progress. Yeah, there are 3 paintings more or less complete, but not quite, and 9 more to go. Ah, yes, it's hard work. It's hard work, and even if I don't think about the how they will be received or anything like that, it's still, doing the best that I can and wanting to grow as an artist. I'm self-taught, so I didn't learn how to go about this in school. This is just, part of my life as it is unfolding, and some of it is the learning curve is really steep. But, I'm here, I'm doing what I can, and I am very appreciative of that. So, with that note, I am going to say bye for this week, and hopefully, next Sunday, I am going to have something else to talk about. Until then, bye.